Well, good morning again, fans. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's the end of the Chelsea Man City clash, and it ended up being a 1-0 win to Man City. We see a Man City fan there in the corner, one in the damn head, excited and happy for his win. And let's start with the Chelsea fans first, though. Let's say we got the Blues there at the bottom, Jonathan Suka. Man, tell us how you're feeling right now, man. What are your thoughts in the game?
Um, I think from the first 15 minutes, it was City all over Chelsea from the get go, right? You can see that they were well drilled, they were ready, they were up for that game. I don't think we could have coped with the passing game and the pressing. They pressed us very well. They pressed Chelsea very well. We couldn't sustain any kind of ball possession. I think they boss the midfield. They boss the attack as well because we just couldn't get Lukaku and Werner into the game, and that was all credit to their pressing. They pressed very well, and yeah, man, they deserve the win.
Okay, they
They
deserve
deserve
the
the win.
win.
Yeah,
They deserve the win. All right,
Cancelo
Munchie,
was
you.
just amazing today. That's man
Yeah,
of the
he
match.
was.
Man
He
of the
was.
match,
He
hands down.
was.
Yeah,
Mm. So, Munchie, you predicted a 2-0 win, ended up being 1-0. Did
could have been more than
anything?
one.
It could have been, but
Could
anything in
have
your
been more
heart
than one.
just knew that Gabriel Jesus would score today, or you were surprised like some people.
Mm, well, I was kind of not okay. Surprise, no, because of the kind of goal he scored. No,
Mm-hmm.
that's a striker's kind of goal.
Mm.
Honestly, that's a number 9 type of goal. Back to goal, turning on the half spin,
Yeah.
getting it on target.
Mm-hmm.
The goal scorer, I'm not really surprised because
Mhm.
as you can see, like when City hitting people 5, 6, it's like 4 different scores, 5 different scores.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not surprised of who actually scored in the front 5. The only surprise would have been like if Diaz came up and scored a 40-yard cracker. That would be a surprise. But like
Mhm.
from anybody in the front 5 per se who scored
But tell me
was
something
really
there. Tell me something there. With the whole controversy of Hurricane coming to your, not coming to your team after everybody thought that he would, and then now you were being criticized throughout most of the early part of the season that you didn't sign a striker, and after the Southampton draw, everyone was like, "You need a striker. You need a striker." Chelsea bought theirs, who's been on fire for most of the season, and their striker didn't score. Their big striker, but Gabriel Jesus.
Mhm.
Josh, yeah.
Josh, internet look like it tripping in and out.
Well, okay, maybe I think I know where he's going per se.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, it's
so he
like
said,
you need Kane. I don't need.
Sorry, guys, I'm having some
Mhm.
internet issues here. But yeah, I'm back. Okay, so yes, Gabriel Jesus ended up being the one shouldering the burden, man, and being the big striker that you need. Is he the guy going forward in that number 9 position?
well, going forward as a number 9, yes, but in that number 9 position, no, because you can see
Yeah.
Pep keeps deploying him on the right side of the front 3.
Yeah, but that's where
Mm,
But
TJ plays him for Brazil too, on the right.
yeah, so
Mm.
he being the out and out number 9 in the number 9 position, mm, I don't really see it
you
happening
know,
yet for this season.
we got Moy, Man City fan in. Just wants to give a quick word. Your thoughts, Moy?
It was a very good win, a pet masterclass, I must say. I must award him with these games. These players were spot on today. I expected a better fight from Chelsea, a tougher game today. But all in all, it was a good win. To the top of the table I go. Let's see how we go for the rest of the season.
All right, yeah, definitely points on the board for Man City. Thanks a lot, Moy, for your contribution. And where do you go from here, Suko, in terms of Chelsea performance? Not what you thought it was. Pep got that win over Tuchel. I mean, where do you guys go from here?
Well, I believe then you look at the next 5 fixtures. These are easier fixtures for Chelsea, so you expect them to pick up some points during that time. I mean, we just came up against a better team. I'll not take much out of it. I just think City played better than us on the day, and then we have Champions League coming up, so we just have to continue going forward. I think Werner wasn't bad. I mean, I could see the reason of putting him in. Like, he would have run the channels. It wasn't a bad ploy. It's just that we couldn't get the ball out to these guys because City cipher us in the midfield. But well played to them. Yeah.
And if I
Yep.
may add, like,
Yeah. Go ahead, Munchie.
it could have been an easy 4-5-0.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, it
Yeah,
could
that's
have
a
been.
brilliant keeping by Mendy at the back to keep the score.
If it
Respectable.
wasn't for Mendy, honestly, like,
Yeah,
Grealish could have scored at least 2-3.
Grealish had a brilliant game. Yeah, he's
But my man of the match
mm,
was Bernardo Silva, hands down.
yeah, that boy worked his socks off. He
I don't know.
really, yeah.
My man of the match, Bernardo Silva.
Mm.
Honestly,
Okay, big
so
ups to him, definitely. Yeah. So I mean, hey, look, Pep got his win. You know, City now, coming off of this big win here now, it's good for him. But it spells a little different though for Lukaku because everybody now is saying he doesn't show up in the big games. Does this prove everyone's point?
How I look at it is that we couldn't. I mean, they kill us in the middle of the park, so it's like he couldn't get the service, right?
Couldn't get the
I
service.
just think that nullified him being involved as people would have hoped him to have been involved. Yeah, it's easy. You could say, okay, he doesn't show up again for a big game, but if somebody looked at that game, they would say that they nullified the attack. Chelsea couldn't get anything going forward.
yeah.
So
And as I said in the halftime show, in our fairness, Lukaku, it just wasn't there for him because
yeah, it wasn't there.
not to say, oh, he didn't show up in a big game, but the way how City set up,
how City played, yeah.
there was no, like, Lukaku didn't have one chance where he got the ball, turned, and actually went at City defense.
Yeah.
Every ball he got, his back was to the goal. So it's not, I wouldn't put it down on him to say, like, he didn't show up in the next big game. It was like, City was just, like, they were on Chelsea. They couldn't get anything at all.
So then, but Chelsea are a really good team. I mean, you beat them 3 times before. What could you have done differently, Suko, looking back now?
When I look at it, I don't think there's much more that Chelsea could have done in that game per se. I think the pick of having Werner up front, that was a good pick in terms of we wanted a bit of the fluidity going up front. Maybe he could have started Havertz instead, probably. But the mere fact that we couldn't win in the midfield because they really bossed us in the midfield, they pressed us hard. I don't really think up top we would have had many chances. You understand? We were just probably kind of that scrappy game where you just probably get one chance. But I don't think I wouldn't blame Tuchel much. I wouldn't put it down to the team. I just think that we just came up against a better team on the day.
On the day.
Yeah.
Okay. Final comments here from Munchie. Munchie, man, I mean, you City, after the Southampton draw, everybody was thinking that this may be a different game. Y'all are firing on all cylinders now. Do you keep this lead going through the rest of the season, or you expect to drop some more points?
Well, I can't really predict because City, and we all know Pep. Like, Pep can do some crazy things at times. But if we have a fully fit team throughout the season, it doesn't matter who Pep puts out because, like, as you can see, like, imagine we're up 1-0 and we're bringing on Mahrez, Sterling, Fernandinho. That speaks volumes, So
speaks volumes,
it's like, hey, throughout the rest of the season, like, this game actually put a stamp on the way our City is going forward to this Premier League title. We have Liverpool next. It's going to be tricky per se, but I think it'll be not really a comfortable win for City, but is an expected win for City because Chelsea are more defensive structure than Liverpool per se.
Mhm.
Chelsea got a better midfield, and Chelsea don't have that striker in Lukaku. I mean, Liverpool don't have that striker in Lukaku that would put us up physically with our back line. So
Yeah.
I think like
Inform Salah too. You never know. See how that
Munchie, let me
goes.
ask you, right? If you had gotten Harry Kane in the summer, would you think that the attack would still be fluid as you look at it now? Because Kane is more of a holder play. Would have suited you all going forward, or you happy
question.
with the team playing as it is now, more fluid with Torres up front or he could have a false nine. I mean, he has so much depth right now in the squad.
good point. And honestly, after the 5-0 thrashing of Norwich and Arsenal, I look at it at, hey, having a striker, this wouldn't have happened. Honestly, because like as I said, the rotation between that front five is like it's crazy, man. And having that Harry Kane per se, it would have like changed City's dynamic of way and how they attack. But the only thing I can say about that, like, see set pieces, like we got like how much? 15, 16 corners today or something.
Yeah.
And we couldn't capitalize because like we have so much short guys and not really a target man. Our target guys is mostly our center backs.
Laporte and
Yeah, right. So other than that, we don't have anybody else to say like, oh, this guy will attack the goal. So set pieces in attacking wise, missing Harry Kane's presence. That's the only disadvantage I see with the falling through of that transfer. Honestly,
it's going to be exciting going forward. We have many more great games to show. I just want to give a shout out to all of our Twitter fans and our Facebook fans. You've really been supporting the channel today. Make sure you like, share, and especially subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's where you need to go, to all the Facebook people and the Twitter folks as well too. Facebook has, YouTube has a lot more content, great content for you. I want to thank Munchie, one in them, and I want to thank Jonathan Suka, the Blues, for giving so much great analysis and post-game content. We got a couple people in the fans, Shaq saying Tech Blue Suka. All right. And we want to thank all of you, everybody that showed up to the halftime show and the pre-game show. Make sure, again, I can't stress enough, subscribe to the channel. We have lots more things in store for you. If you love sports, especially if you love the EPL, I want to thank these guys again. And you guys have a great Saturday.
Thank you for watching Island Fans. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you'll know when there are new videos and updates. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and like us on Facebook. Island Fans, for the passion of the game.